found 25 new Minecraft island seeds that I think you need to see. You will see a variety of islands, like some mountain islands, cliff islands, village islands, and a nice small classic survival island. Maybe one of them could be the one you choose for your next adventure. A seed like this is pretty much what I expect to find when I go looking for Minecraft island seeds. We just get a little forest with a little beach, but the mini taiga makes this one just a little bit different. Being isolated out here and having 3 different wood types is a nice convenience. There's also an ocean monument right off the eastern coast of the island, and there's a shipwreck in the water off the southern coast. As a reminder, I play on Java Edition. Structures like the monument and shipwreck will very likely not be there on Bedrock Edition, but terrain for the seeds will be the same. Yeah, so this is just a really great option for a survival island playthrough. I found this really cool looking mountain island seed. Of course, the mountains are these jagged peaks. I think here in the dark forest, and especially here in the birch forest, could be great places to build. Here on the other side of the island, the dark forest is pretty steep going up to the mountains. The look of some of the cliffs around the island are pretty cool too, like these tall ones and these ones with caves. It's just such a great looking island. Could be a great place for a unique build. If you like this seed, stay tuned because I have another mountain island seed later in this video that is one of my favorites I've ever found. This Jungle Temple Island seed looks pretty awesome. If you're wondering how I found it, I'm going to have a tutorial for my channel members. Go ahead and click the join button below to learn all about that. It's just isolated out here pretty far out in the ocean, which is pretty cool. I've always struggled a bit finding isolated Jungle Temple Island, so I'm pretty happy about this one. It feels like some past civilizations or something came out here to build the temple at one point. Maybe they used to travel out here to worship or something. Obviously now it's been overgrown a bit and you stumble across it at some point in your travels. I think it's always cool when you can have a bit of lore to a world before even starting. I always like the look of the little dark forest ones like this. I just think they look great and they're a nice alternative to like a typical plains and beach island. This one has this azalea tree, which means we can find some lush caves underground like this one. Overall, a pretty nice little place to spawn. This comment said an island with a shipwreck nearby that could be restored as a base would be awesome. I found this seed here that could be useful for that. We get this spawn Savanna island here with some stony shores. It has both acacia trees and oak trees for some variety. And we also have the shipwreck right over here on this mini island. I mean, it's already pretty full, but you could definitely make it look way better. There's an ocean monument near the shipwreck, but I think it's far enough away not to cause too much of a problem with the ship reconstruction project. So I hope something like this works out for that idea. Island village seeds like this are always a favorite of mine. With the land only down at ocean level, it really just feels like an ocean village. This one has quite a few buildings packed into the small area, and we get some paths floating on the water. Oh, and there's a frozen ocean over there too. Overall, a pretty cool looking village seed. A seed like this has a pretty unique feel to it. It's not often I see people playing survival on a snowy, frozen seed like this, but I think it could be used for a bit of a unique playthrough. The Igloo here gives a pre-built shelter already here too, which is convenient if you use it. A bit of a bummer that it doesn't have the basement though. I think this could just be a unique way to play Survival Island if you're looking for something different. Another option for a different biome here. I always like the look of taigas like this. The beach here is pretty big too, if that matters to you. Always nice to have a variety of options. This cliff island seed looks really cool. Terrain like this is always a favorite of mine. This one is a birch forest biome, and I know lots of people hate on birch, but let's take what we can get with a cliff island. Plus, the trees on the cliffside look really cool. I'll never complain about a cliff island seed no matter what biome it is, and this one definitely looks great. So this is definitely a unique option for a Minecraft island seed. Not sure I've ever shown one like this before, but here we are. We just get a nearly all sand island with this one taiga tree here. I'm not really sure what you do with a place like this, but it could be some sort of challenge seed. Just a different way to start off by surviving here. A bit different than a typical survival island for sure. I want to know what you would build in a place like this. It's this isolated piece of windswept lake, dark forest terrain. We get the sky-high terrain, the floating blocks, and well, just the overall crazy look. I'm just sure somebody out there has an idea for it. Some sort of fantasy build, maybe a steampunk build. Let me know your ideas for this place. And if you decide to build something here, tag me in a screenshot somewhere so I can see. Now we've got this one with just 2 trees here. It also has some pumpkins and some animals. The plains is fairly flat across the top, so it could be a pretty easy place to build at. So if you want a nice clear area, maybe this is the option for you. And now we go to one with just one single tree. I guess that makes for a bit of a challenge, or at the very least, makes it a bit more of a grind, which you may want. This one has some potential for decent expansion with all the extra blocks here, some really nice potential with this island. For later game purposes, there's an ocean monument a short boat ride away, and underground there's a trial chamber, so you can definitely work towards getting to those. Just a lot of potential with this one tree seed here. One more biome option here, of course this one being a savanna and beach. I find that savanna islands like this are often really flat, so I like looking for them. I mean, you can see that most of this is just all here at ocean level. There's also a trial chamber underground, so you can work towards getting to this if you want. Definitely a great option if you're looking for a savanna in my opinion. If you need help finding the coordinates to things I show in this video, go ahead and click the link to my blog post with everything compiled in one easy place for you. You can even use that to easily copy and paste or browse through the seeds with screenshots too. This is one of my favorite island village seeds that I've ever found. We get a plains island with a couple pieces of mangrove swamp. This bigger patch here is near the ocean, and this smaller patch is right next to the village with some of the buildings right up against the trees. Just having even a piece of the mangrove next to an island village like this is really cool. The rest of the village is just a couple paths out in the ocean, and I always like the look of floating villages, so that's great too. I just think it all looks really awesome. I always love the look of a great cliff island seed, especially when there's a big lush cave opening like this here. We get the Taiga biome here in this one, and the western side of the island has the big cliffs. You can go inside the little openings and get into a big lush cave, which actually connects to that big opening on the southern side of the island. I really like the look of the natural pillars holding up this cave too. There's some more cliffs over on the eastern side, and here on the northern side near the frozen ocean, we have this steep taiga terrain that leads up to a grove and frozen peaks with this little bit of lush cave here. You can even find openings that lead down to the big lush cave too. Just a great looking island all around. I like this little 3 biome seed here. We get the stony shores, the forest, and the beach. I have some turtles here too if that matters to you. I found some wolves on the island too. I will say you may want to make sure to turn fire tick off though, or at least get to covering up this lava quickly. If you're looking for an island village seed with the village fully on land, this is a great option. With the taiga village, of course we get the taiga biome, but also a forest too, and a small beach and stony shores as well. There are quite a few different buildings that stretch across the entire island, and this is completely random, but from above the island is kind of shaped like a fish. Not sure what kind, but yeah. Anyway, pretty great option for an island village seed. Here's another mountain seed that I think is worth checking out. The whole vibe of this being a jungle and stony peaks just looks awesome. There's just endless possibilities for a place like this. I think like a little pirate cove type build will look awesome here. There's a couple spots that I really like about this seed that I want to point out too. First is this jungle temple, and second is this shipwreck. Third is at the top of the mountain, there's a lush cave inside. And then my favorite location is this huge lush cave here. This just looks incredible. One of my favorite lush caves I've ever found. Everything in this seed really combines to create a really unique spawn area for a new world. We have an archipelago seed to check out here. An archipelago is just a large group of islands. Some example of real life archipelagos are Japan, Hawaii, and the Malay archipelago. In this one, we get the spawn island with a village on it, this second island here, this little island here, a big birch island, one more birch island, and this little taiga and forest island. Plus, we get these little ocean islands all around too. So yeah, I'd say this counts as being an archipelago, and I really like the idea on playing on a seed like this. I really think you could come up with some interesting build ideas for this seed. This seed has 2 islands around spawn that both have structures on them. This Plains Island is the island that the world spawn is on. Over on the beach, it has a giant ruined portal and a shipwreck together. If you head over southeast, you can find this forest and Savanna Island. This one has a pillager outpost in the middle of it. I'd say if you're looking for an outpost island but don't actually want to spawn on an island, this is a great choice. This seed here has some pretty cool things that spawn. The island is split between a savanna and desert with a village here too. I like desert villages, but not necessarily on islands, so having the savanna here definitely works out for me. My favorite part of this spawn is this split shipwreck over here. I always like when shipwrecks generate like this, they just look really cool. There's a coral reef off the coast of the island, and out in the ocean, there's one of the smallest mushroom biomes I've ever seen. So yeah, that's a pretty interesting place to spawn into a new world. If I was choosing a seed to play Survival Island on, I'm probably choosing something like this. Just a super mini forest biome completely surrounded by a beach. Pretty much an ideal island for me. There's a half shipwreck right on the edge of the island, which could be extremely useful, and there's a frozen ocean right nearby too, which looks pretty cool. Yeah, pretty much just a great seed to have a fun playthrough on. Check out this Woodland Mansion island seed I found. As you can see on the map, it's pretty isolated out in the ocean. The closest land is over 300 blocks away, which is pretty far compared to most Woodland Mansion island spawns I've seen. It just looks awesome. Inside, I found some allays on the first floor and an arena room on the second floor with some loot on the top loft. Yeah man, this is just a really interesting looking seed, definitely a unique place to spawn into a new world. If you're looking for a small classic like survival island seed for newer versions of Minecraft, I found this one here. Since the spawn algorithm changed, I've gotten a lot of requests to find seeds like this, and whenever I find one, I make sure to go share it. It just looks like a classic survival island, and it manages to have 2 different tree types in such a small area. If you're looking for an ocean monument, this is the closest one to the island, and for some exploring, you can go underneath the island and check out this mine shaft. So if you're looking for a small, isolated, classic-looking survival island, maybe give this one a try. For more of my favorite Minecraft seeds, check out one of the videos on screen now. Thanks for watching. I'm out of here. See ya.